I wish there was some way that through the video I could just pass you the dagger and say, here, hold this, feel how good it feels. But I can't do that, so I just have to describe it to you. One of the things about this blade that's really intriguing is that the distal taper's not even. A lot of people talk about distal taper. It means a taper in thickness from the base to the tip. Usually it gets thinner toward the tip, and that makes it balanced so it doesn't feel too forward heavy. Now, it's not always advantageous on a dagger to have a really pronounced distal taper because that tip can get a little too flimsy, and if you were to pierce through something and hit something hard like armor or bone or something like that, the tip could bend over or snap off, and we don't want that. So you always leave a thick tip on a dagger, but you don't need quite so much material back here. So what I have is a distal taper that has its thinnest point about 3/4 of the way up the blade, and then it actually gets a little bit thicker just for the tip to have a little bit more strength where it's needed the most. Another cool feature of this dagger is it has no ricasso. A lot of modern daggers you see have a ricasso. It's a great thing. It's a great way to make a dagger. It actually makes it easier to build one. But not having a ricasso, I feel, really lends to the flow of this dagger. The blade just seems to grow out of the crossguard in a really organic way. And so that's the reason that I chose that. It also enabled me to use some cool historical techniques like punching and hot fitting the guard to the blade, which it's not necessary to do with a dagger that has a ricasso. I also have this wood core wire wrapped handle, which I've been really impressed with. Just the grip that you get from that wire wrap just feels so good in the hand. I made sure to leave the handle, the hilt of the dagger, the appropriate length. You don't want a dagger hilt to be sticking out behind your hand. You want that pommel to even sit a little bit inside your palm, and that leaves a really good grip so that when you grasp that handle, it feels like the pommel and the crossguard tighten around your hand to give you a really solid grip. The whole blade is balanced perfectly right at the crossguard. This makes the dagger easy to maneuver, and it just feels really great in the hand. Anyway, I'm really pleased with these pieces. I think that the client will be really pleased as well, and hopefully you've enjoyed following along with the process of me making them and sharing that with all of you.